It's next time,
Oh,
everyone.
another one. This one says, "Welcome home."
One moment. Yes, okay, we are capturing. This area is, bar none, my favorite in the game. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful area. The platforming is difficult, but enjoyable.
This is it. This is where the Strays built their village. And what a beautiful place they chose. Just look at the sky. It is so big.
It was a relief to finally feel the sun on my face and a gentle breeze in my hair. After all these caves, just breathing fresh air again was enough to clear my mind of any doubts I might have had about this strange journey so far.
I didn't know about that collectible I just found. Anyway, it's weird that the Strays, the outcasts and the troublemakers and the shitheads, basically, of the village inside the caves have this magnificent sky city with dirigibles and fucking windmills and shit. That's weird. But I suppose it says something about those who follow the old ways. Haha. There's a gazebo here. Gazebos, very dangerous. Very dangerous, as any D&D player will tell you. One thing about the long jump that I don't like, and this is, again, a very minor thing. God damn it. Again, very minor thing. You can't shorten it once you do the long jump. Like, you can't prematurely land except by grappling downwards. So, yeah, don't don't fuck up. It's difficult to not fall in this game unless you're very, very good at it, and I am not very, very good at video games. I am only okay at video games. I get a B- on every level of Hotline Miami, for instance. And I do shit like that, which is why I should not be trusted with a grappling hook. Oh, damn trees. Anyway, I feel bad.
Along the journey I had seen many pieces of floating rock, but here they were much bigger. Some were big enough to fit whole villages. How was this possible? Maybe it had to do with the crystals that seemed to be everywhere.
I wish I could read these boxes, but I don't care enough. But I feel like a lot of people were dissuaded from playing this game just by the cave levels, because the cave levels are a little bit boring and a little bit ugly. And I feel really bad because this game gets so much prettier later on. It's ridiculous, and there are some people who just never saw that because they were put off by the first level, which is why, in games it's important that you make that good first impression, because you can have the prettiest third level in the world, but if people don't want to play the first level, then they're never going to see it.
If the legends were true, the Stray civilization was younger than the village. Yet, they were making great progress. They invented crystal-powered machines, produced their own fabrics, and built houses out of bricks and stone.
Instead of
It's like
fucking
a civilization
garbage.
was forming before my eyes.
Not really before your eyes, my dude. People already seem to be pretty... I'm not going to make this jump. Yep. The civilization already seems pretty well established, if you ask me. But I don't know. Again, the grammar and the writing in this game can be funky sometimes. Blame it on the developers being of another nationality. This jump is a little bit of a pain in the ass at first. Still is. You really have to grapple for longer than you would think would work to get the necessary momentum in some areas of this game. Like, I get... Most other games, you know, if you bonk your head on something, it cancels your momentum and then you die. But not in this game. Not usually.
Whoa! How come they didn't use crystals in the village like that? Didn't they have any?
They did have a few, but never used them. The villagers thought the crystals were sacred, that they were the source of life and shouldn't be fiddled with.
Wait, didn't Fred use them?
For his power cores, yes. I guess he was an exception. The Strays, on the other hand, they mined crystals and used them for all sorts of machinery and decorations. They praised them too, just in another way.
I have no idea what that placard says. I don't intend to translate any of this stuff. If any of my intrepid viewers wish to, Maddie's book had the cipher in it, and I showed you Maddie's book, so... Yeah. I don't like ciphers that are just substitute this weird squiggly character for another English language character. That's not fun to me. Boy oh boy. I like the polar bear band-aid that the kid has on. I have no idea what that blue light in the distance is on top of that pole. I don't think you ever go there. It's just kind of there. Oof, God.
Hey, let's play a game. I bet that you can't get through this part without using the grapple device.
That is an achievement as well, if you play Maddie's little game. I'm going to try and do it here, but there's a hefty chance that I will fail. This is not an easy part to do, especially when shit like that happens. So yeah, I'm going to give this a shot. After a couple of tries, or once I get frustrated, I'm just gonna say fuck it and not. Oh, okay. There we go. 'Cause I just remember personally, I had a hell of a time trying to do this when I actually played through the game. Just because of, you know, the jumping in this game is not bad, but you have less control over it than I would like personally. Very controlling individual. Can I make that? Don't know. Yes, okay. That's frustrating. And of course, when you die, you come all the way back here, which is also frustrating. This is just a very frustrating segment for me personally, especially if you're going for the achievement, because Maddie shit talks you basically if you use the grapple device, and it's like, oh, you're a little bitch, haha, get fucked, boyo. Okay, no, she doesn't say that. But she does make fun of you. As if she could do any better with her stupid frog face and stupid frog legs. She's a frog. Anyway. Why does my momentum cancel out right as I'm trying to get onto that rock? I don't understand. I feel like if I sprint jump, I'm gonna overshoot the rock and die. That's more than a little bit frustrating. The midair momentum cancel. I don't know why it happens either, but after a while, when you jump upwards, you just stop going forward. Which makes no sense to me. My understanding of physics is very rudimentary, but I don't think that's how that works. I don't like using the sprint jump because it's real easy to overshoot things. Because again, you can't air brake or anything. See, that jump looks like it should be makeable, but something kills my momentum halfway through the air. Yeah, That's frustrating. But, goddammit, I've come too far to not get this achievement. So I feel as if I owe it to you and to myself to do it. Feel free to fast forward in the video some if you don't want to see this part. But, goddammit, we're getting this done. That's something that I've noticed about video games, is that once you've spent a certain amount of time doing something, you can say, oh, after 3 tries, I'm going to give up on this and never try it again. And then after, you know, after a sufficient enough amount of time, it just becomes a matter of honor at that point. Okay. Oh, let's see. Let us see. Come on. No. God damn it. I'm sure everyone at home by now is screaming at me that this is the easiest thing to do and that I should have it done by now, but it really isn't. Because the jump that would make it easiest to beat this section is a jump that, I don't know, a strong gust of wind doesn't want me to make. Like, after a while, the momentum of the main character just stops. Maybe, no. God, fuck. Okay. You know what? It's fine. Maddie wants to play this game, we'll play this fucking game. Even though, you know, if I don't use my grapple device, we could both die. Because we are in the sky right now. We could both wind up dead from this. But no, she wants to play a game. She wants to play a stupid fucking game. That is frustrating and annoying. And it's not gonna be frustrating and annoying for you guys, because you just get to watch me fucking ramble while I do this section. Where am I? Yeah, there we go. That looks like a jump I should be able to make, but it's not. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, there's actually something pushing me back from landing on that rock. Which is bizarre because it looks like every other rock in the game that you're allowed to land on. But no, I guess that would be too easy. What a dick thing to do. And I mess up there, too. I suppose now is a good time of any to talk about the music in this game. It's not, you know, it's not anything special. I wouldn't go out of my way to listen to the soundtrack of this game, but it does what it needs to do. It does what it needs to do, and is pretty decent. I don't know who wrote it, who performed it. I assume it was just composed in-house by someone at Coffee Stain. Because this game was made by Coffee Stain Studios, the same people who made, you know, Goat Simulator. Who remembers Goat Simulator? It was one of those games that for a while, like, every YouTuber was playing it when it came out, and they were all saying, oh, it's so much fun, oh, it's so cool. But the thing is, anyone who watched a YouTuber play it already saw a majority of the interesting things to do in Goat Simulator, so by the time they got it themselves, it wasn't interesting. Which I think is something a lot of people do, which I think is a little silly. Come on. Nope. God damn. Am I stupid or something? Is that what this is? But yeah, there are certain games that, you know, they get super popular with YouTubers, and then people get them that aren't YouTubers, and they fiddle around with it for like 20 minutes, and then they stop, because they've already seen all the interesting things to do from those YouTubers. See, I saw a couple videos that Game Grumps did on this game, for instance. I saw the couple videos they did. I thought, oh, that looks like a cool game, and then I went out and bought it. So, I guess what I'm saying is, if this game looks like a game that you would like to play, and that you would enjoy, stop watching the video now and go buy it. Because otherwise, you know, you're just gonna spoil yourself for the content of this game, and it's not gonna be fun for you. Because there is just a certain point where, you know, you've seen all there is to see about this game, but I know from personal experience that there's at least two major mechanics that they haven't introduced. That one of them does come in this area. And while that may feel like a spoiler to some of you, I'm not going to tell you what it is, obviously, until we get it. And, you know, if you keep watching, then you're not going to have anything left to discover on your own if you ever buy this game. If you have no intention of buying this game and you just want to hear me ramble over it, and that's why you watch these videos, then, you know, thank you for your continued support. Coffee Stain really are pretty good devs, so I would highly recommend supporting them if if it even looks like this game would be something you would enjoy playing, you know? Always this section. Always this section that trips me up. Well, I will return next time. Thank you for watching.